First of all, I want to introduce all of the guys from American Legions here. We have guys from Hancock Post 289, Lakewood Post 209, Allen Milk Memorial Post from Long Eddy 7276, and a lot of other guys, a lot of other veterans, which is wonderful to see. Okay, first we're going to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Just salute that flag right there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you, guys. You can all take seats. Hancock, guys, you want to come here and sit in that house? First thing I'm going to do is recognize some of the people that are here. Kurt Holscher, Commander, Delaware County American Legion. Just raise your hand where we are. Deputy Mayor of Town of Hancock, Village of Hancock, Alice Hartz. She's representing the village. Maria Calsell, she's chairwoman of the Delaware County Republican Committee. John Boke, Director of Delaware County Veterans Affairs. Craig DeMunn, Delaware County Undersheriff. From the New York State Police, Major Fawnin, Captain Van Auken, Senator Weidman, or Sergeant Weidman.
Promoted him.
One senator's enough, right? Sergeant McCabe, Sergeant Phillips, along with the rest of the state police from Troop C in Sydney. Okay, now we get into the speeches. First person who's going to speak will be Sam Rowell. He's the supervisor at Town of Hancock.
Thank you. I'm going to keep mine short. I'd like to thank New York State DOT and New York State OGS that took the effort to make this special for us. The workers at DOT, they're all local boys. They did a special job. Senator Levis and Assemblyman Crouch for carrying the bill in their respective houses and making this happen. And all those who travel Route 97, it's just a beautiful byway for us. And we wanted to forever remember our veterans, and this is a great way to do it. Route 97 is a great reflection of what Hancock's all about, what Delaware County is all about, what New York State is all about, and what America's all about. I just want to read the roll call for our Gold Star boys. World War I, Charles R. Mason, Charles Soules, Robert T. Cooper, Roscoe Gibbons, and Frank Bush. World War II, John Capelio, Donald Chamberlain, Willis DeMond, Edward Francis Forrester, Leland Hinckley, Paul Edward McGranigan, Clarence Meisner, John F. Moran, Anthony Pasamato, and Frederick Shakespeare. Vietnam, Alan Milk, Gregory Warner, Norman Thomas, and Dennis DeMond. Iraqi Freedom, Cameron Hall, and Justin Whiting. And without their sacrifice, we wouldn't be what they are today.
Thank you, Sam. Next, representing U.S. Congressman Chris Gibson, Mr. Mr. Gibson is a 24-year Army veteran, most recently served in Iraq. He's also a member of the VFW and American Legion in his hometown of Kinderhook. Here's Paula Brown.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to all our veterans here. Congressman, sorry he couldn't be here. I do have a letter from him that I'd like to read. Dear friends, thank you for paying tribute to the men and women who served in our country in the armed forces. While I am unable to be with you today, I am honored to formally recognize this event and help celebrate the designation of Hancock Veterans Memorial Highway. As a former Army officer, I am very grateful for your efforts. I also commend Supervisor Rowe, the Town Board, Senator Libous, Assemblyman Crouch, and the State Department of Transportation for making this designation possible. I was privileged to have the opportunity to serve alongside so many of our nation's bravest individuals. I have also been blessed to work in a classroom environment, helping future generations understand and appreciate the role of our military in protecting our cherished way of life. The Hancock Veterans Memorial Highway is a fitting tribute to our servicemen and women and their families. The people of Hancock are a part of a wonderful legacy of patriotism, good citizenship, and community spirit. I am honored to represent you and be an advocate for our veterans as a member of Congress. Please contact me if there's anything I can do to assist you. Have a safe and pleasant summer. Sincerely, Chris Gibson, Member of Congress.
Thank you, Paula. Next up will be Assemblyman Cliff Crouch. Cliff has represented us in Albany for 20 years. Prior to that, he was an owner-operator of a 350-acre, 180-head dairy farm. Cliff lives in Bainbridge. I gotta say this, I probably shouldn't, but going from a farm to Albany must be like going from one BS to another BS. Assemblyman Crouch.
Hit that one right on the head. It's an honor for me to be here and especially to carry that legislation in the Assembly. You know, when Sam brought that forward, the concept and the idea, I wholeheartedly welcomed it. Our veterans are our greatest, one of our best treasures of any community in this state, in this country. And it's an honor for me to do something to pay tribute to all of our veterans. And we've all lost something. When we have a person from any one community that gives their life for our country, we all lose a piece of that. But also, as part of that, I want to say thank you to the veterans that are here today. Thank you for your service, but also thank you to the families that supported those veterans and were part of sharing them with us. So it's an honor for me to be here. Thank you again for attending.
Thank you, Cliff. Finally, we have Senator Tom Levis. Tom has spent 26 years in Albany, and after redistricting in the year 2010, he became our representative. This is not the first time that Senator Levis has been involved in memorial highways. He's also been involved in naming Interstate 81, the American Legion Memorial Highway that goes from the New York, Pennsylvania border to Canada. Also, Route 17 has been named the 27th Division Memorial Highway. That's from Owego to the intersection of I-87. And Route 79 is the Lester R. Stone Jr. Memorial Highway that runs from Colesville to the New York, Pennsylvania border. Here's Senator Libous.
Thank you, Jerry. It's great to be here, and if I could just take a second and acknowledge a few people also. I want to thank Major Fawn and the State Police. The men and women of the State Police do such a great job in New York State in protecting us, and you can give them a big round of applause. DOT, Jack Williams, the Regional Director. Jack, raise your hand so people know who you are. It may be a bad thing, they'll start coming after you now, but and the men and women of DOT, thank you. You folks are just incredible. I I've had the pleasure, not only for the last 26 years, but when I chaired the Transportation Committee, seeing firsthand what these folks do. And again, on their behalf, please do not speed through work zones. And to the OGS staff who follows me around everywhere, you guys are fabulous. Raise your hands so that they... One other person, I see my good friend Rick Blythe, the Monroe County Clerk, is here. Rick? It's great to have you come here today. And Rick was instrumental in naming the Lester Stone dedication that we did a number of years ago. He was a very close and personal friend with Lester. When Sam came to us with this legislation, it was something that I had believed in the past, as was mentioned, because we have dedicated a number of highways to the men and women who have not only lost their lives in protecting our freedoms, but also the men and women that are here today that came home and did everything that they could to protect this great nation of ours. And I know that from time to time we may get discouraged and what we see from some of our leaders nationally, but I have to tell you that this is still the best country on earth, and the men and women that are here that have protected it from war to war or conflict to conflict, I say thank you, and this is a very special way for us, basically the state legislature, my colleague Assemblyman Crouch and myself, to say thank you to the veterans of Hancock in this area that not only have fought for our freedoms, but in many cases given the ultimate sacrifice. So today should be a good day. We're going to unveil this sign very shortly. The turnout is fabulous. Thank you for coming, because this is extremely important. And I think, Cliff, it's time to pull the rope, as they say. Where's Sam? We need you, Sam. Now we're told that if we pull the rope, something will happen. So let's get everybody set up for that. Okay, so Cliff, can you get us to 3?
1, 2, 3.
Can we get the commander, please, lead us for a picture with us? The commander from each leader.
Any commanders from American Legions, you want to come up here and get your picture taken with the sign, please?